Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the virtual forum on linking wild foods, biodiversity, and forest-based livelihoods towards an outlook of inclusive food systems in Asia in 2030. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Christina. I'm from Insight Pact, and I will be your technical facilitator. So if you have any questions about Zoom or require any technical assistance, please feel free to message me. We will be conducting today's session in English, but there will be interpretations available. We will have languages in the interpretation from English to Tagalog, Khmer, Bahasa Indonesia, Tamil, Vietnamese. So to listen to today's session in the language of your choice, please select the interpretation button at the bottom of your Zoom screen, which looks like a globe icon, and select the language that you prefer. For Tamil, though, you will need to select German. So if you would like to hear today's session in Tamil, please go to the German interpretation room. We would also like to let you know that we are recording this session, and we will be waiting for a couple more minutes for more people to join us before we begin. So please hang tight. Hello again, welcome everyone. Before we begin today's session, I would just like to remind everyone that today's session is recorded and that we do have interpretations available for today's session. You are free to go into the respective audio channel of your choice, but a quick note that for those of you that would like to listen to the session in Tamil, you will need to go into the German interpretation room. So with that, I'm happy to pass over the floor to Ms. Femi Pinto, who will be welcoming everyone today.
Good day, everyone, from wherever you are joining. And let me just include my very best wishes to all women here and to all women we want to celebrate and commemorate. Happy International Women's Day. It's an auspicious day to also kick off our event to celebrate the important voices and stories from the ground of communities, of women, youth, of support organizations, researchers, and different allied networks from Asia and outside the region. Thank you in advance for all your contributions and welcome. My name is Femi Pinto and I'm the Executive Director of the Non-Timber Forest Products Exchange Program, Asia, also known as NTFP-EP. We are a network of community-based and civil society organizations working together to ensure that indigenous peoples and local communities are respected stewards of their healthy forests and are living securely in their land and territories. We are organizing this week-long virtual forum linking wild foods, biodiversity, and forest-based livelihoods towards an outlook of inclusive food systems in Asia to 2030. In partnership with the Swedish International Agriculture Network Initiative, or SIANI. Together, we are the expert group on wild foods, biodiversity, and livelihoods network. The aim of this expert group is to consolidate learnings from our collective experiences, combined with research contributions, and share this through dialogues, an online awareness and information campaign to reach the public and key stakeholders, and in order to increase the support for work on forests for food and livelihood security in Asia. This aligns also with a shared vision to end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition for all. We have been conducting the dialogues since a year ago, and this is our culminating event, but probably just going into a new phase. On behalf of NTFP-EP and the Wild Foods Biodiversity and Livelihoods Network, we are pleased to have you all join us this week, and for me and my colleagues to introduce to you the lineup of sessions from tomorrow to the 12th of March and how you can navigate your participation. We will kick off by showing you a short video that we've prepared of what's in store. Let's watch it.
Alam po natin lahat na ang katutubo, kasama po yung kaunon, ay ang basic na pagkain po ay galing po sa kagubatan.
Showing the importance of wild foods, showing that it still exists, it feeds the community, and it also feeds even communities beyond the communities that harvest them.
Is to revive and rejuvenate the knowledge about forest foods.
And if there's one thing that the pandemic has revealed, it was the importance of developing food-resilient communities.
It has been said that nearly 25% of roughly 4,000 wild food species are also in decline.
The changing place, changing time, and changing image.
Many things around, when you talk about wild foods, there are many other related matters, as I say, about harvest, about processing, about the knowledge of the terrain.
Once your tongue forgets it when you're older, you'll not want it again. So you have to want it when you're early. The
most important reason for that is time. Many urban youth today don't have time.
And women plays important role as a conservation and economic actors in rural economy.
And you realize that many of the policies that are put out by people who, number one, have very limited knowledge of indigenous communities.
The future of food is under severe threat.
Time is a crucial factor in wild food.
It is important for us to consider various ways on how wild foods may be conserved and sustainably used for the long term.
So how do we bring across this message of the importance of the forest, of the importance of the local foods?
I hope that was inspiring to keep you with us throughout the week. You can register to the upcoming events and do tell your colleagues and friends. Please visit also wildfoodsasia.com for more details. And now I turn you over to my colleagues, Diana and Grant, to tell us more. Diana and Grant.
Thank you, Ms. Femi, and hello again to everyone. A pleasant afternoon to you all. My name is Diana Sanase, also from NTFP-EP Asia, and also from the Philippines. And I am also the communications focal point for the Wild Foods, Biodiversity and Livelihoods Network Expert Group.
Hello all, good morning. Good afternoon. I'm Grant Barajes from NTFP-EP Asia, supporting the work in the thematic areas of community-based conservation and indigenous food and health. We are here to show you a sneak peek of films that will be available on demand to stream via the event platform wildfoodsasia.com.
Thank you, Grant. And so to kick off, let's start with an animated video explaining what wild foods are. If you are curious about wild food, where they can be found, and how they can revive forests and support community livelihoods, then please watch this.
Forests nurture over 1 billion people. Forest resources and ecosystem services strongly intertwine with human history, culture, and collective identity. Indigenous peoples call forests their home, garden, and hospital all in one. In the face of a food, biodiversity, and health crisis, it is high time to cherish our forests. Wild foods offer a way forward. Wild foods are edible non-timber forest products which include plants, plant parts, fungi, and animals that form part of a rich diversity that people harvest in the forests, woodland edges, traditional gardens, and farms. These include leaves, seeds and nuts, shoots and stems, root crops, fruits, flowers, fish, meat, and insects. Being part of traditions refined through millennia, these foods open a window into the wealth of knowledge and skills that we need to achieve sustainability. In many ways, wild foods complete the puzzle when it comes to nutrition, health, and sustainable resource management. Creating conscious markets for wild foods can help distribute the benefits of this knowledge and experience in our societies and reduce poverty among local and traditional communities. However, it can only work if the value chains and trade of wild foods hold to high sustainability standards and respect for the traditions, identity, and values that they represent. Otherwise, we risk further exploitation and destruction of forests by unsustainable harvest, logging, plantations, infrastructure, mining, and other extractive industries. Deforestation and forest degradation undermine food security and biodiversity, destroying the spaces that shelter and nourish many people who depend on forests to live. Vice versa, nurturing nature by focusing on wild foods can revive forests, reduce hunger, and bring prosperity to forest-dependent communities. What is more, wild foods may answer some of the critical questions of identity and ecology that we encounter today. With dedicated attention and through research, dialogue, conservation, restoration, social marketing, social enterprises, wild foods can continue to thrive and feed our bodies, minds, and souls.
Grant?
She got cut.
Yeah, so well, Grant will join us in a bit, but what do you think, Miss Femi? I think that video was really insightful, and what I liked about it was how it emphasized how crucial it is to ensure the sustainable use and management of natural resources in territories where biodiversity thrives and where wild foods are found.
Yes, I hope everyone likes it, and in a nutshell, it captures, it encapsulates, and I think it kicks off well our event with the definition of wild foods.
Yes, that's right. And it was really a very creative and fun process making that video. And I hope that you all enjoyed it and are more enlightened about the subject and theme of the virtual forum that we will be having today. Because now more than ever, there really is a need to protect forests and people from threats such as deforestation, forest degradation, and the clearing of forests to give way to monocrop plantations and massive infrastructure projects that are not supportive at all of people in the environment. And as the video said, it really is high time for us to cherish our forests, especially during this food and health crisis that we find ourselves in today. We need to respect and support Indigenous peoples and local communities who are our and nature's frontliners.
Thank you, Ms. Diana. In this side event, we have many more films lined up that you can watch to better understand the context of forest-dependent communities and Indigenous peoples in the region. We have curated a set of stories and videos on forests from India to mainland Southeast Asia and to the islands of the Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia. These stories are available to read and stream on demand via the website wildfoodsasia.com. Just type the URL and go to the section on Wild Food Voices and Stories and click the link to the story or the film that you want to read or watch.
Yes, that's right, Grant. And if I may suggest, a featured film that you can view is In a Different Light, the Karen Rotational Farming Story, which talks about traditional food systems in Thailand. And may I also suggest another one of my favorites, which are video narratives from communities in Vietnam and the Philippines on how COVID-19 has changed their lives. Narratives from Cambodia will also be streaming soon, so do watch out on our page for that.
Aside from the films, we also have blogs, papers, and links to news and stories featuring community-led initiatives on wild foods. Read about the Mobile Forest School of the Negritos in the Philippines and the Forest Food Field School being set up in Adukam village in India. Many other resources can be found on the site, so please visit and join the conversation. If you have a wild food story to share, contact us and we can feature it on the site.
Yes, and I'm very happy to see that some of our contributors for the Wild Food Stories are also joining us here today. And aside from what Grant has mentioned, it would be good for all to know that we will be posting session notes, recordings, and other updates shortly after the run of each live session. Watch out for this on the website under the event updates tab that you can find on the top of the screen. There will also be a link to a virtual corkboard where you're free to post questions, comments, and suggestions about anything that was discussed during the duration of this forum. We will try our best to answer all questions raised during the events and post updates on the site as soon as possible. Please stay tuned for that, and do invite your friends, family, and all in your network to join the forum for a week dedicated to wild foods. All are surely invited and welcome to give inputs as we envision an outlook towards more inclusive food systems in Asia to 2030. Grant?
Interpretation, yes. So thank you. Interpretations will be available in Bahasa Indonesia, Khmer Filipino, Thai, Tamil, and Vietnamese for all main sessions. And interpretation for select languages will be made available for some side events. Announcements will be made on our website and social media. Thank you.
There you have it, with a brief session today, short and sweet, just to introduce what's in store for the week. But for our closing, I'd like to call on Ruth Siringan, joining us from our Gender and Culture program, who part-times as our resident artist, to give us a closing song with her version of Pagsibol, or Blossoming, by a Filipino independent artist, Muni Muni. And in the meantime, so we'll hear from Ruth. And in the meantime, I'll see you tomorrow for the opening session featuring keynote messages and lightning talks from the Wild Foods Biodiversity Livelihood Network. It's at 3 to 5 tomorrow, Manila time. Good day to you all. Yay.
Hello everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I will be singing Pagsibol, which is a song from a Filipino band named Muni Muni. Pagsibol means to germinate or to grow or to bloom. It's originally a love song, but it's also a song that says we need to work hand in hand in this long journey that we need to face through the tears and hard work in order for the seeds that we planted to grow and for it to live and bear fruit. So I hope that you'd like the song, and I think the lyrics will be posted in the chat. So here, let me just set up things. Let's wait for a while. Okay. So this is Pagsibol by Muni Muni. Umusbong ang sisidlan mula sa lupang tiniligan ng bawat patak ng luha ng mga mata. O ano ang bunga paglalakbay tungo sa'yo, ang tanging hangat ko sa bawat pagsikat ng araw sa buhay ko. O paano ang pagsibol ng buhay ay paglalakbay, hawak ng paglalakbay, hawak ng iyong kamay. Ituro sa'kin ang daan patungo sa pagdurog. Ituro sa'kin ang daan patungo sa pagdurog. Itungo sa'kin ang daan patungo, patungo sa pagdurog. Ang pagsibol ng buhay ay paglalakbay, hawak ang iyong kamay. Ang pagsibol ng buhay ay paglalakbay, hawak ang iyong kamay. Ang pagsibol ng buhay, hawak-hawak ang iyong kamay. Hawak-hawak ang iyong kamay. Hawak-hawak ang iyong
Wow, that was really beautiful, Ruth. Thank you very much for sharing your song and your talents with all of us today.
Diana, you might want to read the lyrics, at least in English.
I can do that, but I don't have it on my screen right now. But what I can do is share that also on the event website so that you can all read about the lyrics and really understand the message of the song more deeply. So again, a huge thanks to Ruth for that beautiful, beautiful song. So, Miss Femi, did you want everyone to have a quick selfie or a photo?
Selfie, yeah. Sure.
A virtual selfie for all of us, if you can
And
all oblige.
See everyone.
So on my screen, I see 3 different pages. And so we will ask the help of our good friends from Inside Pack, Christina and Courtney, to help us take the pictures, because we have 3 screens today from different places from all over the world. So let's all turn on our videos for a quick group selfie.
All right, everyone, I'll give you a couple of minutes to turn on your video and I will count down to our selfie shot. There will be 3 different pages, as Diana mentioned, and I will be taking 3 different shots today. So feel free to turn on your videos. Great, I'm seeing more people coming up on video. It's nice to be able to see you all. Let's give a couple more minutes for people to get ready. All right, I will take the group shot now. If everyone could please be ready. 1, 2, 3. Another one. 1, 2, 3. Another one. 1, 2. Just a second. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'll take another one just for good measure. So for those of you that haven't gotten the chance to turn on your video, please feel free to do that. All right, let's do another one. 1, 2, 3, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right, I've taken the group shot.
Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, and see you tomorrow, everyone. 3:00 p.m. Manila time for our opening session. Bye. Good to see you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.